good pun for title the other day, and obviously I forgot. Like,
What?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It was like one of those, thank you, where you have your best ideas right as like you're falling asleep or something. You don't want to like write it down because you're too tired.
I always have good running thoughts.
Hmm.
Oh, today, you want to know a running thought that I thought of?
Yeah.
It was a good one. Maybe it will be like whenever people are... Anyway, okay, I'm just going to say it. Fuck, I forgot. Wait. Oh, people... I was listening to this book and The Tale of Mazatlan or whatever the fuck. I forget what it's called, but...
That other really long series?
Yeah, it's like contemporary to Bakker, I guess. Or like a precursor or whatever. He said something about... Oh my god, dude, I literally forgot. Never mind. Fuck.
You're on a...
It was dope, though. you gotta believe me. What's up, Ring Fan?
Welcome to the second aPODcalypse.
Welcome to the second aPODcalypse, where we be forgetting.
I am, today I'm a coin of wine in a bowl. I thought that was a cool description.
That is a cool description. Today, I am a speck of dirt in Nayer's, under Nayer's nail. One of his nails.
I thought you were going to say something different than nail. Like foreskin, specifically.
In his foreskin?
Yeah.
That'd be chill. What up, Salt King? Happy Tuesday. What's up?
Nice to meet you, speck of dirt under Nayer's nail.
What are you guys? What are you, Ring Thing? What are you, Salt?
Dude, how did people do their nails back in the day? Were they scraping them on rocks? Were they using their garden implements?
Probably scraping. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think about that sometimes. How do they cut their hair? How do they brush their teeth? How do they floss?
There's this stuff called horsetail, I think, or horse tooth. The herb you can chew on that's good for your teeth.
Yeah.
All I know is that the agricultural revolution is the reason why we all have fucked up teeth now.
Yeah.
Maybe not you. You got some pearly whites.
I went to the dentist today.
Nice.
Actually, I have some kind of fucked up teeth.
Did they shame you?
No, they
They're
really
like-
did a good job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Good.
one of the first times I've gone to the dentist, and they're like, "You did good."
You did good, kid.
And I was like, "I haven't been here in 2 years."
You have to get your mouth rearranged, though?
Gotta get your mouth rearranged. Cup Run says, I'm a commune drawing a conspiracy mind map in a tent.
Dude, yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking of the classic crime board, the strings and the chaos.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm paranoid that I'm like lost a bunch of brain cells from getting, like I have a TBI or something. But I don't think that's true.
Oh, did you hit your head recently? Or ever?
I just have been like hitting the head with, like, gotten punched a bunch in the head recently.
Oh, yeah.
So it just feels scary. But
In a sporting context.
yeah, in a sporting context.
I mean, still head violence, but I was like, wait, what happened?
You get in fights?
Yeah. I don't know. I had a friend named Lydia, shout out Lydia, who is an ER nurse, and she said people with TBIs, they're kind of like just spacey and funny. They like almost live in a different world.
Yeah.
And you seem pretty engaged.
Good.
That's also a huge like generalization.
Yeah.
It's not like the chronic traumatic encephalopathy, anger, and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's just I'm spacey and kind of goofy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've just been feeling hella spacey and like distracted, but I got a lot going on.
Yeah. With grief, dude, especially last year, I was so brain dead after going through some grief. It was weird how it takes your brain ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to read Salt?
Hell yeah. Salt King hit us with a today I'm the Kifring Saharat. Vomiting flies and shooting palm wolves at all of you.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Love it. Video game Jeff, spacey and goofy. Here I am. Is that a how many syllables is there? Spacey and goofy. That's not a haiku.
No, I could make one.
You can make a haiku out of that.
Dude, my friend, here's another random friend story. My friend Paul just reposted this picture on his Instagram of how he's like a virtuoso cellist, and he played at something where Kevin Spacey went to, and he got a picture of Kevin Spacey.
Dope. That's chill.
in 2014. So yeah, no, it's fucking what you'd expect, but
Yeah.
I was before all of the fucking news came out about him.
Oh wow.
Back when if you don't get in trouble,
It didn't happen.
it didn't happen.
Right. Well, what's going on with this chapter here? I'm glad y'all are here, by the way, in chat.
A lot of drama, a lot of passion.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff with characters that I really like, including Zarias. A brief moment with Zarias, which I love.
Yeah, I almost was confused when he popped in because it was so brief.
It was very brief.
It was briefs instead of boxers.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
knock knock, open up the door, it's real.
Well, how about I start us off with a quote from Drusius Sakami in the Compendium of the First Holy War.
Send it.
Alright, it says, "Those of us who survive will always be bewildered when we recall his arrival. And not just because he was so different then. In a strange sense, he never changed. We changed. If he seems so different to us now, it is because he was the figure that transformed the ground." Drusius Sakami in Compendium of the First Holy War. I like it. When did Akamian write the compendium? In between the books? Like, in the middle?
Yeah, after the Holy War, but I mean, I don't.
Ordeal.
Yeah, I think there's like 22 years, about 20 years in between. So, I don't know how long it took him to publish.
Yeah.
But it was circulating in the Aspect Emperor series as a heresy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Jeff says While in Exile.
A blasphemous tome.
A blasphemous tome.
I was trying to think of someone that this would also describe, and I don't think I could nail it, but like someone whose presence just like changes, I don't know, the foundation of the world around them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it, like, not, well, think of like Time Man of the Year, and they'd probably put like Elon Musk on it and like Bill Gates and stuff, and like, yeah, they changed a lot of technological shit in the country, but or the world, but I was thinking more of just like who has a really dope presence, not just who's a fucking billionaire nerd.
Right.
Yeah.
I've met a couple people in like I've met some people like that. But none like Kellis.
Yeah. His is not necessarily at all a good changes for the better, as we all know.
Yeah. There's a cool scene with Nair and Kellis in this that I like a lot.
Yeah.
They start out at the firelight. The man who called himself Anasarimber Kellis sits cross-legged in the light of his fire. They're just chilling. He's talking to Akamian. He's trying to finagle his way into Akamian's little old heart.
Yeah, this is the first meeting of Akamian and Kellis.
Yeah. After they were like briefly introduced at
Wait, they
Proyas.
encountered each other with Proyas?
Yeah, with Proyas.
Oh.
Remember?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Like whenever Nair and Kellis and Surway show up, Proyas summons Akamian to go join them.
Oh, because it's this mad Skilvendi.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No.
But very briefly, they don't really talk. But he does drop the Anasarimber bomb on Akamian.
Right, so he just thought he was some random honky at first.
Yeah. And he's like, oh damn. Oh damn.
Oh damn.
The world finna end.
Yeah. So Akamian is already getting seduced and manipulated. Talking about Kellis, he said, "The man smiled understandingly, much more than understandingly. It seems to understand him much more than he wanted to be understood." And then the realization struck, I know this man.
Mm-hmm.
And the description of the Anasarimbers, or the commonality of traits that he lists off.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in my mind, I feel like people describe models in ways like this and shit, or like high cheekbones or sharp cheekbones and stuff, but this just did not sound like aesthetically appealing to me. A furrow between the brows, long hollow of the cheeks, the deep set eyes. I was just picturing like
the pits.
Yeah, sightless pits coming out.
Yeah.
Like tiny little fucking pins and just like a swollen like bee sting face. You're like, oh yes, the distinguished Nassarimber bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's hard for me to visualize things whenever I'm reading them. In my mind, Kellis looks like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Long hair.
I picture
is cool and hot.
Yeah. I picture him as like super handsome, conventionally attractive.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was just thinking now that The Northman came out, we've got kind of an Alexander Skarsgård, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We could compare him to.
Nair?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Well, I was thinking Kellis just because they're, like, blonde Northmen.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Nair is, like, the ferocious...
The, like, whenever they were marauding and raiding villages and shit with the wolf pelts, it felt Skilvendi-esque.
Yeah.
But you're right. He would look more like a Norserai.
But you're totally right about acting like a Skilvendi, too. But speaking of haircuts, I feel like I'm not cutting my hair. I feel like it was kind of a bait and switch with the advertising of the Northman, because he's like looks like he's gonna be raiding Viking villages the whole time, and then like half an hour in, he has like a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Which is apparently historically accurate to
Yeah.
fucking Iceland, because Robert Eggers is like the biggest nerd in the world.
He's a big nerd.
I think he makes movies just so he can research.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of part of him.
Yeah. Probably have the means to research at a crazy level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ringthane says Akka went into shell shock whenever he met Kellis, and definitely it fucks him up. He's like, it infiltrates his dreams even a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jeff said he pictures Robert Pattinson. I like that. I feel like Robert Pattinson is too likable to be Kellis. But you know me. I think that's a very good depiction, though.
What about Robert Pattinson in Good Time with the goatee and making out with 14-year-old and stuff?
I can't even think about that movie, dude.
It's so good.
That movie made me feel so awful. Because it was like graphic depictions of hardcore drug use in like the worst ways. Well, I think. Or at least drug use.
They chug they pour acid down that guy's throat.
Yeah. So it's not hard drugs, really, but I just remember being so stressed out, and they're in these horrible situations doing drugs, and I was like craving doing drugs. I was like, I really want to do those drugs that they're doing.
They're having a horrible time. I want to do that.
So it's really seared into my brain. Kelp says Kellis is feasting on Akka, as Nair would say. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, what's he do? He says some stuff. He just works his little magic. Kellis says, but I've always believed that one must ride another man's horse for a day before criticizing. And that's him saying, I'm willing to believe you about the consult, or I'm willing to humor you and think, yeah, sure, the consult could be real. And Kamian thinks to himself, I like this man.
Well, he also answered it with a charming man joke, you know?
What does he say?
He's like, I think one must ride another man's horse per day before criticizing, and Akamian says, to better understand him, and then Kellis says, no, because then you're a day away and you have his horse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does it like a super dad joke.
Yeah. Which is like, it pissed me off because it's like, oh, you're just so charming right now, but I was like, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I could do that for, I guess now, is walk a mile in man's shoes, so you're a mile away and you have the guy's shoes.
Get fucked!
Yeah.
These are my shoes. Oh, it's so funny. He said, I like this man. What if he is who he claims to be?
I like this man.
Yeah, I like this man.
That's funny. That's probably the most simple sentence in the entire series. Or the sun had just set. That's a little more complicated.
He sprinkles in some cool, just like 2-word sentences.
I like how he gets poetic and flowery, but I also like a good, simple sentence. I feel like bad writers try to like just make everything super complicated, and good writers know when to do this or that.
Pepper in some chillness.
Some pepper. Chili pepper.
Some pep-ass.
Yeah.
Callus has the jokes in the first 3 books. Yeah, he does. He really lays it on to the fucking... He's Norserai.
Ainonai.
To the fucking Ainonai.
Dude, yeah. What was that? I was thinking about Guelphs every time I said Ainonai. But, the Nihilists from Big Lebowski. Have you seen that movie?
I've seen the movie, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just like fucking nihilists, like, you know.
Yeah.
The group that you get to curse out.
Yeah.
It's like Curse Lacara kind of too.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kellis has a sense of humor because of Ojokli's influence on him? Because all of a sudden, he came from a place where he's probably never heard of the concept of a joke.
Right.
And now he's spitting bangers.
He's zinging.
Yeah,
he's zinging and zanging.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
I don't know. He's had, like, what, a year or at least 6 months.
6 months.
To learn what humor is, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But.
That's plenty, man. You know, who knows? And Jeff says the pics. Which, what was that a term for?
That's a racist term against dark-skinned people in the
books.
Yeah.
Sorry.
People call it commie and that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's not as gnarly as that Cormac McCarthy quote from the other day.
The other one, you were like, look this up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So they're chatting, and Akamian asks, why have you joined the Holy War? And does Kellis kind of just tell him? No, he doesn't tell him. He just kind of like says some bullshit.
Yeah, he's doing this like feathery cock tease is what I was going to say. I guess that means more to us than to most people with the wing jobs, but...
True.
Yeah,
everyone
here
can relate to that.
It's like, I suppose I am referring to those dreams, you know?
Yeah.
Just being so coy.
Yeah, he's very coy. I'm wondering, as I talk about Kellis, I'm like, should I try to be more objective about Kellis in my analysis of the book? Maybe I should try to change my perspective a little bit on Kellis.
Your ground is conditioned.
My ground is indeed conditioned.
Oh, I was thinking about it was going to be conditioned hair today.
That's what your thought was?
Oh, that was one of them. That might have been my funny thought.
Nice.
But now I can't remember a quote that says, we walk upon conditioned hair. That's not that funny.
Oh, yeah. No,
but it was
like
a little bit amusing to me.
Yeah, no, I dig that. At some point, Akamian says something cool, and you can probably hear the dryer being done in the background. It sings for a long time, so I apologize. He says, so he's explaining the console, he's explaining the mandate's mission a little bit, and he says, we search for an ancient and implacable evil. I just like that definition. What does implacable mean? Is that like implacable? I don't know. What does it mean?
Unable to be placated, relentless, unstoppable. Yeah, that's pretty
astute.
It's apt.
Yeah.
Jeff says that I like stuff that should offend me. That's a powerful way to be. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't get offended by very much. I probably do, actually. I'm kind of a snowflake. I'm not super snowflakey, but...
No. You're not, but...
I like to stand up for the things I believe in.
Yeah.
More than some.
I feel superior to those who litter. That's like... My dad is just... He's super, super sweet and nice, but he's like, I don't know, getting the old man grouchiness.
Yeah.
And I can see myself in that, just being like... One day a certain thing's just going to set me the fuck off and no one's going to understand why I went from like 0 to 100.
I get that. Whenever I'm biking or like walking or anything, I get like furious at every car that passes me for almost no reason. Sometimes people are crazy, but Kelp Front says we're all just ticks in the gods' conditioned hair. That's true.
That's a lyric there.
That is a lyric. That's a tasty lick. A commune has found himself trusting despite 1,000 years of suspicion. And he asks, referring to Serway, do you love her? He asks. Because she's laying on Callus's lap, which her part in this is interesting. Just Bakker places her asleep on Callus's lap.
Yeah.
Looking like a child doll. Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Sexy, what's it called? I wrote down the word. No, I didn't.
That's right.
Just like an accessory. She's like a sexy accessory.
Yeah, well, he literally says to communes, do you love her? He says, yes, I need her.
Well, so I thought, yeah, he needs her for his plan. So
Right.
He might not be lying, but it's not what a commune thinks he's saying.
Yeah. Well, and the commune points out that Surwa is like worshipping Kellis, or she worships you. He says, I can tell by the way she watches you.
That made me think of that disco song, Staying Alive, I think. I can tell by the way you suck my cock, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk.
That's the lyric, yeah. That is the lyric. Jeff says, if soot stains your tunic, dye it black. This is true vengeance. Best Bakker quote. Dang, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dye it black. This is true vengeance. Yeah, there's lots of talk of vengeance by the Scarlet Spires later on.
Yeah, a lot of, what is it? Bloody vengeance and furious anger?
Yeah.
Whatever. Righteous vengeance and furious anger.
Whenever Eleazarus is going on about vengeance and stuff, he sounds so childlike. He's all like, so vengeance is such a childlike thing, I feel like. I'm gonna kill that person that killed my friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's natural.
Could be. I there's been some people I really wanted to get back at in life, but I haven't had an experience where I like want to. It's never been like a lifelong goal of mine to.
Yeah.
To fucking, what was the movie? The outdoor one where Leonardo DiCaprio is like crawling through the snow for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just to kill the dude.
Mm.
I mean,
Makes
I like
a good story.
I like that movie. You said you didn't like that movie.
I like that movie.
Oh, somebody else told me they did it.
I like that. It was cool. I've only seen it once though.
Yeah, it's good. The book's totally different.
Really? Oh yeah, you read the book.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like the book.
Yeah, you probably would.
I like the joke because Leonardo DiCaprio had never.
The Revenant, thank you.
Yeah.
The outdoor movie.
The movie about the great outdoors, sponsored by Bass Pro Shop.
When you're here, your family.
Yeah. Lol. Leonardo DiCaprio, I guess, hadn't won a Academy Award, and I like the joke that said that the bear won an Academy Award instead of him. Book was good, yeah. Ended abruptly, though. Mm-hmm. I love an abrupt ending.
Yeah, I mean...
Depending.
You could say that these series end abruptly.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than it's been like 5,000 pages of...
Yeah.
Of unabruptness, but...
But it doesn't go on and on and on, and like the ends, like, the last Tolkien book, whatever.
Yeah, it kind of just stops.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I guess most books kind of stop at some point.
Yeah, but some may go on. They wax. Jeff says Tom Hardy was awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And he also said if you like that movie, then you love Blood Meridian. I'm sure I would love Blood Meridian. I just need to try to read it again.
You should read it to your child as the first literature it ever experiences.
That's actually fucking dope. That's the chill thing about having an infant is like you can just read it whatever. Like I'll probably just read just whatever I'm reading,
Read that chapter, the epilogue of The Warrior Prophet, where the Sranks or the Inquire are like raping that entire family.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Just give the baby good vibes.
Yeah. I like Blood Meridian better than that. I think that's a good idea. Just wait till you walk around with your child. You will dislike the newfound respect people will give you. Dude, that's what it's like being married, too. Kind of, I think. like people are like, oh, you're a real person now. It's like, fuck you.
Or
getting a haircut.
Or yeah, a haircut's one of those things where anybody can comment on it. Like,
yeah.
With impunity, kind of.
I hate it. People have been really chill about this haircut.
Shaving a haircut, $5.
Yeah.
Do you think people mention that you're married though because it shows that to some degree you're a tolerable person? Someone can tolerate you enough to marry you, at least for, I don't know,
maybe
2 to 6 years or something.
I think there's a lot of chill things. Like, it makes me. I experience it as like maybe it makes me feel less threatening to people that would make me feel threatened by like a man who isn't married that like wants to be with people or whatever. But I also think people are like, okay, you have like submitted to society's norms, so I can like I know how to orient my status with you. It's like, oh, you're married? Well, I'm married too. How much money do you make? Like, that's kind of feels like the natural order of things. Oh, you're married? What do you do for work?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But whatever. It's chill. I like
being
married.
You gotta remain ungovernable.
Yeah.
Governable, like me.
Yeah.
I live in a garage.
You do live in a garage.
I like my garage though.
Yeah. It's definitely the less threatening. Yeah, for sure. Which is awesome. I love I like whenever I have my wedding ring on and I'm around people that I know potentially would feel threatened by me. Because I'm like an intense person. I'm intense looking. So it's like, I'm not a threat to you. Even though being married doesn't necessarily mean you're not a fucking creep.
Yeah.
But it does. I'm not a creep.
No, you're not a creep.
Thanks, dude. Alright, what's happening in the book?
I don't know, I forgot. I want to mention something real quick.
Yeah.
So, Akamian says this, or thinks this at the beginning of this chapter, but it's basically the same, it's like a continual thing where he's talking to Kellis and evaluating him, and he basically says that he thinks to himself that he'll know what he was looking for when he finds it, and he also says, when he found whatever it is, he trusted that he would know. A good spy always knew. Which is funny because he's not a good spy.
Yeah, he's not.
And he gets shook like in spy banter later in the chapter.
Yeah.
But also it just seems so rife for is it rife or ripe? Maybe both, for confirmation bias. Where, I mean, Kellis is gonna fit the prophecy in his dreams to a T. He sees his actual face like in Kelmomus's face, but it's also like, I feel like if I don't know, you can warp anything to fit, I don't know, what you need or what your goals are or something.
Yeah.
What you're looking for.
So, are you done with that thought?
Yeah.
That's a good thought, and it ties into that running thought I had earlier. I remember, I think, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was having a conversation with Patricia in my mind about faith and religion, because Patricia doesn't, like, she kind of thinks that, like, faith and religion is dumb, or, like, it just does not make sense in her brain at all. She doesn't necessarily think it's dumb, but she's like, that's not real, and she's fine with that. I don't think that that's necessarily, like, true for me, because and the analogy that was happening in my brain was like, whenever you look at, so if like I put this book on my dresser and I look at it, it isn't the all the characters and all the things that happen in the book aren't real, but whenever I engage with the book and I'm experiencing the characters, they are real. They're happening in my mind and in my body, and my nervous system is responding accordingly, just as much as anything else in the world. So I think it was just an interesting way to kind of talk about how people's faith, however unfounded in reality it is, it's still valid. It's like, whenever I connect with whatever part of me is, I don't know, Buddha nature or whatever is kind of how I experience it. It's like, it doesn't necessarily exist. Like, it's not, I'm not going to reach out and touch it, but the experience of knowing it makes it real.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect sense to me. You also don't try to use your book and beliefs to legislate other people's lives, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a very cool thing in my mind that you do not do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not even like, I mean, I'm not religious or anything.
Yeah.
But
you're spiritual.
Yeah, it's not even really. I don't know.
No, I mean, I know you pretty well. I would like to think because we're friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I would describe you either.
Yeah.
Or describe me.
Traumatized.
What even is life? Yeah.
I don't know.
The pain of living holds no victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are a little trauma boy.
Mm-hmm. And Jeff says Kellis is a blob that can fit any mold, even if you don't know what the mold is. True.
I like that.
Yeah. And then about the religion thing, or not even religion, but faith. I'll say faith. They may not be real, but that does not mean they don't cause real action. Yeah, for sure. Like, just the same as if how I experience faith, which I don't really experience faith, but if I were to be like, oh, I feel like I'm protected and nothing bad's gonna happen to me or whatever, that's like probably gonna have a decent effect in my life. But if I'm like, I know that gay people are bad and that they are going to hell, then that's like real and bad. So
yeah.
It doesn't, it's not like a get out of jail free card.
Oh, for sure.
Power. Belief is power.
Yeah. I feel like you had another philosophical moment in an episode where you talked about things being real because of belief. Was it like ghosts and stuff like that?
Yeah, like psychic stuff or metaphysics stuff. Yeah. I kind of rip it off from... I don't rip it off. It's
yeah.
Cool.
I've never heard you... I've never heard it from another source than you.
Mm.
You should copyright it.
That's cool.
Make it your private property.
And then to respond to Kelpron earlier, Kifring on my chest, yes, it actually is a demon. So, you're right.
On that chiseled...
On that fucking yoked ass chest. I wish I could take my shirt off, but our stream would get banned. Jeff says these books gave me a greater idea of faith and understanding the concept of God better than my childhood Baptist church. If you believe in ghosts, you see ghosts. That's right. Shout out to growing up in the Baptist church.
They're having a big old thing right now about silencing sexual abuse or something. Just, I don't know, everyday church scandal.
Yeah. Yeah, they suck. I would say they suck. 10 yoked legion.
Yeah, you should. That's what your torso, your bod.
Oh yeah, I also have like some cool like demons doing shit on my stomach. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So, Kellis is like, oh, women can't live with them, can't live without them. And the commune is like,
guy.
Yeah, the commune is just fucking hook, line, and sunk on that. He's like, well, I love a prostitute.
Yeah, Commun's being a real dipshit.
Dude, he's such an ass.
Yeah, he's being like...
He's trying to discount his relationship with Esmenet. And in my mind, I feel like it was more of him justifying things to himself rather than trying to show off for Kellis. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, he doesn't want to... I feel like he'd probably catch some shit in Iarwa for being in love with a whore.
Yeah.
Because it's like, most likely a delusion. Mm-hmm. You're paying for someone's time and attention and vagina, and then you think that they love you back for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's more kind of trying to talk himself into thinking she matters less to him than she actually does.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Commune, what a wounded goose.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't even really like her that much. I just, we just have history of that. She's not that important to me.
I just have blasting diarrhea in front of her every single morning, and she's okay with, well, she tolerates it.
She tolerates it. But yeah, this is where Kellis says, "You're a teacher, and I'm an ignorant stranger in a bewildering land. Would you consent to teach me?" ? And then Kavian just is like, yes. He doesn't even, like, bat an eye.
Yeah.
He just says, yeah.
Well, there's some sentence that's like, when the teacher is ready, the student will appear, or vice versa.
Sooner, yeah. Totally.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on one, but I think that means I'm not ready for either teaching or studying. I'm not trying to teach, though.
Yeah, neither am I. I would like to be a professor one day, though.
Professor
of wing jobs.
Bring it, no, never mind. I was going to make a deep cut about your university.
Yeah. Let's see.
So he consents to teach him, which is preposterous in a way. It's anathema to the mandate's, whatever, beliefs.
Yeah.
All the rules. And
yeah, it's crazy breaking the rules.
Nair is going to call him out about it later. Or bring it up later.
To Kellis or to Akamian?
I think to Kellis.
Yeah.
He brings it up regardless.
When he's crouching in the dirt and like looking through the bushes.
Kellis and whoever.
Is that what Akamian's doing?
No, Nair does that later on.
Oh, he's hiding in the bushes?
Yeah.
Damn.
Something about... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just picturing... I've been doing cartoon stuff, trying to do cartoon stuff for the thumbnails recently.
Yeah.
And so just thinking of two bright white eyeballs popping out of a bush. That image is in my head.
We could use that, yeah. Or you could use that. I guess I'll talk about it whenever we get there.
Okay.
Let's skip a knee, see what's happening.
Yeah, he basically seduces him, though, I think. I would say.
Yeah. He is a friend. Kellis actually says, "I'll count you among my first friends," basically. Right?
Yeah.
He is like, "You're my first friend. My best friend."
Which is... it's a straight up lie, but also it feels funny, like a school kid, like a young child type of thing.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you are friend number one.
Yeah. Totally. Well, and to like kind of play a different tune, or sing to a different tune about Kellis, all the stuff that we're talking about, how belief defines reality, like Ringthane's mentions Beyond Redemption and how that book is based on that. That's very true. That book is hard to read. And yes, Morning Mud. But Kellis, I don't know, he inspires people's belief, which is real. Like Akamian's experiencing the real sensation of feeling like close to that person or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Maybe that gets into the nature of truth and whether it's valuable. I feel like that
it does
is in this chapter.
It's like maybe we're missing, so in this kind of thought line, maybe we're missing the point by judging Kellis for being like inauthentic. It's like, you're missing the mark, perhaps. Yeah, I guess he's being authentic to himself for sure, and his own goals and everything. Yeah. Like, I'm perceiving this from my value system of, like, I want to be authentic and be kind to people and not abandon them when they're being eaten by shrank and stuff. But, but it's not objective.
No. Bakker talks a lot I feel like I've read in blogs and stuff about the death of meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, and his brother said basically the series is about the death of meaning, which I don't totally know what that means. But I think that it's like pretty clear that, that Kellis is like just robotic and does not, have the same meanings, beliefs, emotions, or everything that like consensus reality does.
Yeah.
It's like just a semantics thing. The meaning of the words we say that are like his are like there's no meaning behind them really, or he uses it to manipulate them.
Yeah. He has such a grasp on them that he can use them. Cray.
He grasps.
He firmly grasps it.
Isn't
that a SpongeBob thing? Firmly grasp it.
Oh, I think so.
Firmly grasp it.
Is that when his eyes pop out?
I don't know.
Can't remember either. Jeff says, "Nah, home slice. I ain't even held down by no hose. My pick." Yeah, Akamian is definitely trying to be the cool guy.
Yeah. He definitely is.
And just imagine what Kelly sees in a communist space. Yeah, I don't know. A poor, balding, pathetic, middle-aged, troubled man.
Mm-hmm.
Although he is one person. Yeah, The Man with the Child in His Eyes by Kate Bush. From the album The Kick Inside. Actually, it might not be the right album, but Kellis did run into fucking McCarritrigg, right? The non-man. So he's seen sorcery before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This is maybe... I'm kind of just interested. I wonder if he sees something else because he has the... Akamian has the dreams. He has a connection to... a supernatural connection to something thousands of years old, you know?
Yeah.
That's got to be a new experience for him.
Yeah, he loves it. He's stoked to learn.
He's just staring at twigs.
Yeah. And then Nair pops in. He says, kind of starts off with the reluctant gait of a man unsure of his destination. Nair walks through the encampment. Here and there, fires still burn, tended by muttering men, mostly drunk. Odors assailed him, bearing the sharpness of foul smells and cool, dry air. Livestock, rancid meat, and oily smoke. Some fool was burning wet wood. Just some good writing. Fucking dipshit.
Well, I mean, if they had dry wood, they probably would have been burning it first.
True.
I don't know. Maybe I am the fool.
Burning the midnight oil, dude.
Yeah.
Burning the midnight wet wood. Let's see.
He gets into the conversation with the Cass Noble, who's trying to size up his nuts.
Yeah,
firmly grasp his nuts.
Yeah. A mark. Okay, so he says he refers to Janan as a mark of caste and cultivation, which is true. But yeah, he runs into Lord Gaideki or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm just shaking my head. Amateur hour here.
Dude. Yeah, he asks, do those scars of yours reflect the man or the man's measure?
It's like, want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah. And Nair's just like, what do you mean? And then he's a punk. He says, well, I should think that if you, say, killed Lord Gainamai here, he would deserve 2 scars at the most. But if you were to kill me... He looked to the others, his eyebrows raised and his lips drawn down, as though speaking in deference to the learned opinions. What, 20 scars? 30? And then Proya says, I suspect that the Skilvindi swords are great levelers. And Nair says, Swazond, measure foes, not fools. And then he spits.
Yeah. God, I think I've said this before, but I want to spit as emoting or communicating in life.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
never think of doing that.
Well, Blizzard, the makers of World of Warcraft, they removed the ability to do like /spit. Like you could target someone and type /spit, and it would say in the chat, so and so spits at you.
Mm-hmm.
They removed it whenever they got in this horrible lawsuit with the state of California for like all of their upper management like sexually harassing people.
Right.
They removed the /spit.
I'm glad that they protected us from their sexual abuse.
I know.
By taking away our spit.
Yeah. But yeah, the spitting is good. We can start doing that. We can...
Should I start dipping?
Hell yeah. I fucking love dipping. God.
I tried it once. My uncle's dipped for a bajillion years, and knock on wood, he's never had any like gum issues.
It's not actually bad for you.
But I was 17 and I put a fat dip in, and it was too much for me, and I
too powerful.
Yeah, it was too powerful. I spat it out after like 2 minutes, and my heart was racing, and I just thought I was gonna die. I like went and laid down on my bed, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up dead. This is it. Like, nothing more to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I was kind of accepting of my fate.
Interesting.
My heart was cranking though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
How'd you get your first dip? What's the story behind that?
Ooh, yeah. It's a good story, actually. I was at my friend Matthew's house, We were probably in 7th grade, and he had some dip, and I was like, I'm going to do that. And he's like, it's going to make you feel sick. And I was like, nah. But my friend Matthew had to poop, so he went to poop. But I was like, I'm going to dip, but I want to be close to the toilet. Can I dip in here while you're pooping? And he was like, he was like, yeah. So me and Matthew hanging out in the bathroom. He was pooping, I was dipping. It made me sick.
Did you puke on top of his poop?
No, it was pretty chill.
That's good.
I do regret quitting though. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's bad for you though. I think kids should do it.
People should start smoking again.
I know.
It makes you look so much cooler.
So much
I'm not
cooler.
even joking. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it makes you look cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
100%. Depending on what you're wearing, actually. Do you want to get us caught up on the chat?
Yeah. So, Jeff asked if Kellis was one of the few, because he doesn't mention the brews of sorcery, or maybe he or us just can't see it yet. Madness, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Replies, oh wait, he just chimed
he-
in about Swazond measures men, not fools.
I
But
think he said that even before we said it.
smart guy.
He quote sniped us. That's cool.
Where are we at? I just, my brain broke. Kelfron said that Kellis is one of the few, so he can see the Anta, the brews of sorcery, which in the corner.
Callus can?
Yeah. According to Kelfron.
Cool.
I mean, is it possible to have sorcery and not be able to see it? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But that is interesting because there's the thing with the Kisharim invasion where
they can
are undetected.
Right.
Because they don't have a bruise.
Yeah.
Because they got the water.
They fucking wash that bruise right off.
Ringthane says, I think the bruise is based on usage, but they seem to be able to identify children that are potential sorcerers, so they must be able to see the few even if the person hasn't used sorcery yet.
Yeah.
Swazon measuring men, not fools. I guess it's actually foes, but the fools thing, I kind of like that better in a way.
Wait. Does it not say fool? Am I a dingus?
I don't know. I'm just assuming that everybody knows better than us.
Yeah.
No, it does say fools.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Measures foes, not fools.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
It's all good, man.
But, man, I don't remember where it is. It seems like Nair's primed to explain Swazond, like, many times in the book.
Yeah.
He kind of went into it a little bit with Serway and then here, but there's one speech in particular I remember where he's talking about how, like, for each man you kill, you subsume the track of a man who was taken off of his track, or I don't know. The way he said it was super sick. It was less macho, vengeful trophy keeping than I expected.
Definitely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very poetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't carve up Gaideki though. I kind of thought he might just fucking slaughter him right then and there.
That would be cool, but he plays it pretty cool. He's
Isn't
in
he-
this like insecure, I'm alone, I got beaten up by Callus mode.
Oh right, he's in his shame cave.
Yeah, he really is.
But I was wondering too if he ever. I think he might scoff. I think Nair might scoff. In general,
Yeah, he scoffs.
he scoffs.
Yeah.
My man scoffs. He spits. But has he ever, in these books, has he experienced a moment of happiness, of joy?
Probably whenever he's like doing stuff in the woods, finding berries and killing squirrels and shit, hunting down kids, killing them.
Yeah, when he goes sicko mode and becomes like in one of the battles and becomes the god of war. I mean, I'm sure he enjoyed that, but I was thinking, I don't think he laughs or smiles.
No, he doesn't have a whole lot of that going on.
Yeah.
He's pretty unhappy.
Yeah. Which maybe that makes you weak.
Happiness?
Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe in this world.
Maybe in this world it's unmanly.
You will know
It's
everything
womanly.
except joy. Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking Ainonai.
Oh, is that the quote from Game of Thrones?
No,
So
that's
cheap.
like your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. That one's sick as fuck.
Such a good line.
I had a t-shirt from the band The Body that said you will know everything except joy.
Dope.
Sick. But we get a Weeper flashback moment.
Yeah, it's cool. Send it.
Ding the Weeper bell.
Mm-hmm. Click subscribe for the Weeper bell.
Yeah, fuck the subscribe button like a hole in the ground. He's kind of tripping too, like a commune was tripping about memories of the past. What is it? Well, I'll just read an excerpt of a memory, if that's cool. This is Nair. With his eyes pinched shut, he felt a youth once again, standing in the heart of the Utamont encampment, overhearing Moengus talk to his mother. And then he saw Benut's bloodied face, grinning rather than grimacing as he strangled him. Weeper. Mm-hmm. Benut was the dude he killed at the battle, though, right?
Yeah, it's like cousin or uncle or something.
But he, Nair, when we'll get there, but he's arguing with Kellis or debating, trying to discuss with Kellis, doesn't he say he can see Moengus in this man?
Yeah.
I guess my point is that they're both haunted by, like, memories from their past. Mm-hmm. From a specific bloodline, actually, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like whenever he remembers his father pointing skyward. It says, "See, Neu," which is cute, though, like, nickname, Neu. Oh, dude, I wish I could name my kid Nair.
I mean...
I can call a kid Neu.
Ain't no rules in life. I could just start calling them Neu.
That's beautiful. Anyway, see, Neu, see the thousand lights peeking through the leather of night. Dude, this quote is fucking sick, actually.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so he says, "See the thousand lights peeking through the leather of night. This is how we know that a greater sun burns beyond this world. This is how we know that when it's night, it is truly day, and that when it's day, it is truly night. This is how we know, Neu, that the world is a lie." Sick. The Skolvendi are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It says, "For Skolvendi, the stars were a reminder. Only the people were true." And it's capitalized people and also capitalized world.
Huh.
So
I like that. I mean, I don't think that they would describe it in these terms, but it makes me feel like maybe the only thing that's real is the, relationships in the community you have and the fun you had along the way.
Yeah.
The friends you made along the way.
It's not about being level 60, it's about getting there.
Yeah. Don't weep. Don't be a weeper because it's over. Shout in furious, righteous anger that it happens.
Violence and ardor.
Yeah, rigorous ardor. There was something in the stars. It made me think of. It might have been a different mention of it in this chapter, but it made me think of the ark and the nail of heaven, and just I think that's connected to the ark somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's the idea that it's the mothership.
Yeah. Which
I'm sure somebody can. Other people can prove and disprove. I have no idea about it other than just thinking that's a cool idea. Mm-hmm. But and the believing, the faith versus or I don't know, I guess lack of faith, that the Skoveni can like look up and verify what they believe is. They can like see what is larger than themselves and beyond themselves.
Yeah, I like it. They're so connected with the world around them in a very sweet way. Mm-hmm. Like, Janan doesn't make sense to Nair. He's like, it's fucking futile and amorphous and stuff. But we got a ton of chat.
Okay.
Going back up to fucking, let's see. Kellis mentions, okay. What's up?
Sorry, I just got excited about something.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff mentions bringing back smoking in restaurants reminds me of my childhood, or him of his childhood. I got to smoke in a restaurant legally when I was 19, in North Carolina.
That's chill.
For the first time, I felt excited about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cool as I wanted it to be, though.
I have very few, very early memories of there being smoking sections. But it was pretty much over by the time I was, like, sentient.
Sure. I liked how you could just make half of the restaurant smoking and then non-smoking, and there's a perfect hermetic barrier in between.
Yeah. A ward. Yeah. A fucking Gnostic ward. Keeping the smoke from going over.
Yeah.
So absurd.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened? Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Okay. Kellis mentioned seeing the bruise of sorcery in the warrior prophet. Thank you, Keltfrond.
Mm-hmm.
And Akka doesn't believe it, and then he proves it with the Wappy doll, which also doesn't bruise him yet.
Yeah.
It's like you're still a virgin because you did some anal stuff, so you're still technically a virgin.
Right.
And not going to hell yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, and this is in response to, does Nair experience joy? Mana says, Nair did seem to love Anisi, his first wife. Totally. And he definitely has some feelings for Nisi. He at least experiences the chemical oxytocin.
Yeah.
You know? He may not perceive it as love, but he feels it.
Yeah, and he loves Moangus, I guess, too.
Yeah.
And he gets to romantically snuff him out, too.
True. Yeah.
But weep are tears of weakness, not tears of joy and ardor.
Yeah, true. And Ring Thing says, this is, I think, in response to your shirt, life is the misery we endure between disappointments. Glocta? Is that in the books, or is that some fucking French philosopher?
I don't know. Jeff, though, mentions, can you roll up a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Kellis tells Esme about Nair being the snowball that becomes avalanche or something. Yeah, that's, I know it's because of Thou lyrics. Well, they change it. They don't say Nair or Skiotha, but...
Yeah.
We are the stone that starts the avalanche. We are the cough that spreads the plague. We are the spark that lights the inferno. We are...
Yeah, that's good.
Relinquish your wretched control, something, something.
Mm-hmm.
Useless philosophy will be heaped upon the pyre. Oh,
it's good, dude.
That song, it's called Free Will by Thou, and it's like 12 minutes long.
Hell yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah, Madness is talking about the stars quote. It's a good lay out in the grass and look at the cosmos
yeah.
quote.
Definitely.
Yeah. Ooh, Hermbros is trying to give us money.
Oh, he said...
What up, dude? Long time. Or maybe not.
What's up,
but
bro?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a way. We have a Patreon, right?
We definitely have one. Although I've never logged into it. I don't know how it works.
I think I can just give you this link and it'll... Here, I'll put it in here and you tell me if it works. I'm like the streamer making you do the work.
Super,
yeah, that's very...
gracious.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
I'm great. I feel gracious. You're super generous. Thanks.
I feel ingratiated. That's very nice.
I wanted to do something with the Patreon with different levels, like of, what was it? We're going to be, there's the Shrank,
yeah.
Bashrag, and the, Raku.
Yeah.
The hideous Bashrag, and then the other Raku. I'm trying to remember the right adjectives, and we don't have any, Patreon rewards yet, but I want to come up with something. We are making stickers too, which I'll we're waiting for them to come in the mail, but they'll be cheap and you guys can just like DM your addresses and we can send you some. So coming for the future, but also do not feel compelled or pressured to give us money as well.
Of course.
We do this because we enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have any, money-making intentions in my brain, really.
Yeah.
But it is chill.
It's very, dope.
Okay, so Jeff says... We're going to have to get caught up because it's already an hour, but we're vibing. Jeff says, the world being a lie made me think of a surrogate world. Their world was fake. I like that. Oh, and it says... Oh, well, and then Madness says we're still figuring out. And Jeff says, in Invader Zim, some aliens stole worlds and gave them false skies. That's cool, dude. That show's fucked up.
I never watched it.
It's fucking fucked up.
when it was popular, it was like the goth kids with Hot Topic clothes had like Invader Zim shirts.
Yeah.
And I was too punk rock to...
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I might have fully enjoyed it. I was just like, oh, that's not for me.
Right.
Just aesthetically or whatever. I was like, nah.
I think that's true.
I'm too punk rock. I think... Sorry.
Bro says the Patreon. Wait.
I hardly know her.
The Patreon says become a member for $0.
Yeah, that's about
Hell
right.
yeah. Y'all can all go get it's 100% off today if you use the code SHRANKASS. Oh, that's awesome. I guess I'll fix that.
He says he got it figured out. You can donate what you want.
Okay,
well, that's
cool.
nice too.
That's sweet.
But,
that's really funny.
that's classic us too.
Yeah, I mean that makes it. Y'all should all sign up.
Not realizing what we're doing.
That's awesome.
Ringthane, I believe, gave me a section of the Swazon speech that I was gushing about. The Scars, or Swazon, don't celebrate the taking of life, as everyone in the 3 Cs seems to assume. They mark the intersection, you might say, between competing lines of action, the point where one life yields its momentum to another.
Damn. That's some heady stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Light one up.
Damn. And
Straight gas.
Smoking in Bojangles was nice, Salt King says. That's fucking hilarious. And he says, I'm in clit. Where are you at? What does CLT stand for?
I don't know.
I'm dumb. I didn't graduate from high school. Yeah, Shrank ass. Charlotte. Oh, hell yeah. That's not far away. Charlotte, North Carolina. I assume. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I barely know her.
But I think, and this is on another, note. There's another note. We have almost 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Damn.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's not even, texting 90 family members asking them to subscribe. Which I did with Twitch.
That's awesome. I left our pod on Spotify playing overnight once so I could give us a review, because I think you have to listen to it to give a review.
Oh, really?
But then I forgot to review us.
Hell yeah.
Also, I don't know if that's fair. I think if I review it, I'll probably say, I am... this is my podcast, period.
Yeah.
It is your birthday.
All right, we should get on with it, because we're really getting sidetracked.
Yeah. We're not too far from the end, though, either.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
I feel like we got kind of a while.
Oh, actually...
Yeah.
I might have just tapped over to some random page on my computer. I don't know. Yeah. No, did we both get distracted by the medicinal anus leaves?
Yeah. I just got so curious.
Jeff has some medicinal leaves that can cure any illness. Place them on your anus and off you go.
Off you go.
Please
dude.
hit him up in the chat for more information. Has anybody seen the movie Prey that came out? I have no interest in the Predator franchise, but the movie looks sick. Have you heard of this?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Predator.
Yeah.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura. There's a prequel where it's predators come to hunt Comanche Native Americans, and I guess it's really culturally authentic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the movie is totally, I don't know, PC, cool. And historically accurate, or they tried.
Yeah.
But they had Native American producers and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's hunting, or I don't know, predator hunting man, but in the 1800s.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah.
Yeah, the aliens are historically accurate.
The anal leaves are a sorrel joke. Sorry, but
dude, I'm gonna pop off on Sorrel whenever it happens. I love him so much.
I've been thinking about counting the chapters and then calculating out how many years until we can talk about certain things.
Yeah, That'd be chill.
Yeah.
But we really need to scoot along here.
Oh yeah, so the Predator is I guess exists in the 1800s. Where are we at?
Okay, so Nair said, Nair cares nothing for the schoolmen, but the sight of Serwa asleep with her head upon Kellis's thighs filled him with an uncharacteristic fear. Actually, Nair, no matter how uncharacteristic you think that fear is to you, you actually experience a lot of fear.
Yeah.
And then it says, as though she lays within the coils of some malevolent serpent. Scenarios flash through his soul of stealing her away in the dead of night, and then telling her the truth of Kellis. But these glimpses gave way to fury. I think it's so sweet. He's just... Anyway, and then he says, what kind of fawn-hearted thoughts are these? He doesn't say that, but he thinks that.
Is that after he calls Benuta Weeper?
Yeah, so this is, he's looking at the camp.
Oh, okay.
He's like knees on the dirt, looking through a bush.
Surveying?
Yeah, surveying. So he's watching Kellis and Akamian talk, and whenever the schoolman departs, Nair watches Kellis steer Serwa to the pavilion, and it says, she was so like a little girl when roused from sleep, body swaying, head bowed, watching her feet, pouting lashes, blah, blah, blah. And it says, so innocent. So it's interesting to think that Nair is having that thought. He's like, look how innocent Serwa is, or Serway. I don't know. It's just interesting.
Rape accessory is? Look how innocent she is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And then Nair says, and pregnant. So Nair now suspects. But this is a cool paragraph here. It says, several moments passed before the Dunyan reappeared. He walked to the fire, began dousing it by prodding the pit with a stick. The last licks of flame winked out, and Kellis became an eerie apparition etched by the orange pool of coals at his feet. Without warning, he looked up. That's like a horror movie, like whenever the toddler is like playing with a doll and then like rips its head off and looks at you and like becomes a fucking whatever. I just thought that was so cool. And the lights literally go down, and then Kellis is like, "You're a bitch, Nair."
Did you watch the Batman?
I watched like the first 2 hours.
Okay. It's funny that it's that long. But no, I thought the same thing about a horror movie or like a jump scare. And the Batman, when they flip off the light or whatever, and you can see the Riddler in the background in like the first scene.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's like that, yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I like that. And then he says, how long were you intending to wait? He asks the Skilbindi. And then they start chatting.
Kellis just... Is it like... He's fully in the bush and Kellis just sees him?
I mean, yeah.
Or what if the bush is tiny and he's like hiding behind a giant...
Just fucking yoked.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it says he like brushes dirt off of his knees, which I like think is funny. Hair is just in shambles.
He's trying to hold it together.
He's a coward.
Can I roll us back for a second?
Yeah.
So, he's really tripping about the motivations of the Dunyan, and I guess in what ways they're superior, or what makes them superior. Nair, the thought struck Nair that Dunyan monks might be even more inhuman than he had thought. What if things such as truth and meaning had no meaning for them? What if all they did was move and move, like something reptilian, snaking through circumstance after circumstance, consuming soul after soul for the sake of consumption alone? The thought made his scalp prickle. They called themselves students of the Logos, the shortest way. But the shortest way to what?
Yeah.
I really like that, and I haven't thought too much about it, but it has crossed my mind. Well, first of all, he describes them in a way that's basically like the Kifrang or the gods.
Yeah.
Consuming for the sake of consumption alone.
Right.
But, yeah, so why do the Dunyan want to attain the Logos? They want to be independent, self-moving souls, right?
Yeah.
Is it... But they also don't have any feelings. I wonder... Or emotions.
Right.
Or they try to silence them. I just wonder how it would work.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that you rolled it back and we talked about that, because it reminds me of some of my experience of trying to separate myself from religion, like early on religion, and like thinking that searching for virtue or searching for the way or whatever is good, but it's kind of toxic, actually. The Dunyan search for meaning is highly toxic. Could be perceived as such.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I kind of like to think that the Dunyan don't really know that they're actually still fucking victims to the darkness that comes before. They just are really good at thinking they're not.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't picture them having any humility, but they also are very rational, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But they're also, well, not but there also is, but there is. There's this section in, I think, The Great Ordeal where the survivor, Dunyan, remember the last survivor, and then the little Crabicus baby?
Yeah. Dude, that's so freaky.
Maimara gives the survivor some Curie, and he gets all high, and then he figures out the only way to attain the Logos is to yeet himself off the cliff. It's like, damn, dude, I don't understand how that works out with your logic, but like I kind of understand it, like in here.
No, dude.
No, not that I'm trying to self-harm or anything, but just that like you are in death. Maybe in death you become one with God or one with the outside, the greater whole, in a way that you cannot be while you're awake.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we have the opportunity to experience the death of selves all day, like in our experience, in our day-to-day workings, which is nice. I don't know. What's up? What's up, dude?
I was just thinking about something unrelated. What's the chat say?
Chat says, Madness asks if Jeff, or he said he didn't know that Jeff is still selling anus leaves. And then Jeff says, sales are not good. And then Madness says, I believe the shortest way actually changes to the shortest path, I think, over the course of the books. Interesting.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't realize that it said the shortest way other than the shortest... And I mean, shortest path feels like it's in my memory more than the shortest way.
Yeah.
As a phrase. And it's also reminiscent of Dune.
Mm-hmm.
The golden path.
Yeah, it is.
The golden shower.
And yeah, Jeff says modern people hate the idea of losing self.
Except for Lose Yourself by Eminem.
True. Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, what even are we? But also, when you say that, it's
movement.
Like... Movement?
Moving particles.
Huh. Yeah.
Change. Storytelling.
For sure. I was just actually not even thinking about that. I was thinking, how do I ask large questions without sounding like a stoner? Or with sounding the least amount of stonery as possible.
I know. Whenever I'm talking, I'm like, you probably sound like a fucking stoner. Dingus head. Madness says, definitely a big at Herbert or Foundation. Nice.
You are the walrus.
You are the walrus.
Fucking
Foundation is dope.
Nihilist, man. Oh, Jeff also wanted to remind us that he's 12.
Me, personally? I'm 12. That's awesome. I also just got a notification that we got our first Patreon subscriber, so shout out to Herm Bros.
What up?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I guess you can decide if you're, God, I want to find the fucking perfect adjectives, but the whatever, the terrifying Shrank, the hideous Bashrag, or the dreaded Raku.
Yeah. But okay, let's scurry on over here.
Oh yeah, fawn-hearted. That was
Yeah.
not where we're at, but
Nair and Kellis are just talking. Kind of Nair is challenging Kellis on some of the stuff. He's saying that there's no way a commune will treat him or teach him. Sorry. And then
he's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, he says, hold my beer. No, he spits actually and says, I know little of the schools, but I do know this. Mandate schoolmen do not reveal the secrets of their practice to anyone. If you wish to learn sorcery, you're wasting your time with that sorcerer. And then it says, he'd spoken as though Moingus had not been mentioned. Oh yeah, because Kellis mentions Moingus earlier. The Dunyan, however, did not bother feigning puzzlement. They both stood, he realized, in the same dark place and same shadowy nowhere beyond the Benjuka plate. I love that.
Great.
They are both standing in a physical dark place and in a metaphorical dark place.
Mm-hmm.
Focus.
Dude, that's like it works on 2 levels.
That's 2-dimensional right there.
Real 2D game of chess.
Kalish just says, I know. He told me of the Gnosis.
Yeah, I know.
I know that. Fuck you. And then Kalish just says, I'm gonna fucking harness this holy war and yoke it up and just get busy with it.
30 fucking years.
Yeah. And then we get to Zarias.
Oh, wait, I want to mention one thing.
Okay.
They mention, Kel suggests that Moenga is Kisharu, which will relate to, I mean, I guess we don't know it as first-time readers, but it's Moengus that leads the assassination of Sashioka.
Uh-huh.
Well, we believe.
Yeah.
I think he was directly involved in it, but there's just 3 unidentified Kisharu later in the chapter. Okay,
right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Zarias,
the
X-Man.
I love him. He just kind of hanging out in council. He's looking at Skeos. He says, "Could you kindly repeat what you just said, dear Skeos? I fear I misheard you."
Israelion is abusive, whatever, in abuse mode this chapter.
He really is, yeah. We're learning that Zarias has learned of Proyas' idea that a Skilvendi can replace Compass, and he thinks it's outrage and calls them an overweening Canarian dog. But then he freaks out and all these like prepubescent sex slaves skitter around. It's really disgusting and freaky. He throws over decanters. And Skeos is like, don't be sad. I don't know.
Don't be cry.
Don't be crying.
I didn't really know fully what this meant, but I really liked the line. Have you heard the saying, Skeos? Cats look down upon man, and dogs look up, but only pigs dare look man straight in the eye. Pretend that you're a pig, Skeos. Just deliverance ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they mention pigs later in the chapter 2, where Iacus can't eat pork anymore because he smelled roasting long pig.
He got some PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Roasting long pig.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you eat human meat?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I don't think it's that weird.
I feel like it would be circumstantial for me.
Yeah.
Not a hard no, but also not an easy yes.
I feel like in a survival situation, it's an easy yes for me.
Yeah, that's one of my circumstances.
Yeah.
If it was on a shark coochie plate, and it was like
shark coochie.
Yeah, shark coochie plate.
Okay.
You know, there's like, I don't know, salami, prosciutto.
Yeah. Shark coochie.
Yeah, shark coochie.
No,
you never heard that?
Charcuterie.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
It's a humor joke.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
It's a shark coochie.
That's Gnostic as fuck, actually.
I didn't come up with it. Damn, let me jump back in. Madness says, Moengus resides in Shima. Shima is home of the Kisharim. Ergo, Moengus is Kisharim? Yeah. It makes Nair do that math in his head, right?
Mm.
Or maybe it's a commune with fucking the Scarlet Spires. I don't know. They also mentioned the skin spires seem to have cow eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I love that.
And they definitely walk like monkeys for some reason.
Yeah, true.
There's also the culture among the Nansur that you can never look the Emperor in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I get it from, I don't know, just the tradition or I don't, just stupid being superior caste stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the phrase is supposed to mean. Like, are pigs just, maybe is it an interlatus type thing where they're just like free in their own filth to do what they do and they have the power and self-confidence to face God themselves?
Probably.
Because of their stewing in their own filth.
I mean, and also out of the 3, they're the most like human, like most empathetic, and I mean, I don't actually know that. I'm not a fucking
botanist.
Scientist or whatever the fuck, geologist. Salt King says that he would absolutely eat human flesh at the first sign of definite crumbling of society. You might as well go ahead then. And then Herm Bros, our Patreon subscribers, says, have a pulled human sandwich with some slaw. Yeah, man, you can just slather that in some post-apocalyptic barbecue sauce and just get on with it.
I've gotta choose the meat though over the human meat. I think.
Yeah.
I just want to see what
Frank meat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The capital M meat. I just want to see what all the rage is about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it also not looking Zarias in the eyes lets Zarias live in a completely delusional world, because he doesn't like see the hate in people's eyes. You know?
Yeah. And then Madness points out that there's the point of Zarias checking the trust of the skin spies. Well, I'm not sure what the sentence means specifically. Maybe I'm just having a dumb moment, but I think that maybe you're pointing out, or I'm thinking that it's ironic that he won't look his own skin spy in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Or he doesn't make eye contact with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pigs definitely have eyes like cows. They have interchangeable eyeballs.
The doll's eyes.
And, yeah, it's ironic that Zarias isn't even looking into humans' eyes. Wait, that's what you're saying. I don't know what you meant by the first sentence. It might be my misunderstanding, but I think that's a great point. Jeff says, sinful pigs, holy snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the snakes are also, like, they're identified with the enemy, right? Nayura was talking about how the Dunyain were snakes, or like twisting snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the Kisharim have snakes about them. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
But I think there's another thing.
Yeah. And that's kind of it with Zarias. It's just a quick little boop.
Hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it. And then it's Kamian and Zynemus chatting, right?
Yeah, real eyes, real eyes, real lies.
Yeah.
Charcuterie. Damn, I fucked you up thinking that
man.
I was serious.
Well, I knew you were joking, but I also was like, maybe he's not joking. And then I questioned my own sanity.
Dude, yeah.
It really made me think.
Always good to gaslight yourself.
The Scarlet Spires are coming.
Right.
They're on their way. They're fucking pooting along in a crowd of people, making a big mess. Making a big scene of the thing.
Yeah. It sounds preposterous.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
It's a little like, did that really happen though?
You think the omniscient narrator is exaggerating?
He's lying. Yeah.
I can't remember the right adjective, the perfect adjective I want for it, but it sounds so pompous and unnecessary and like wanky.
Yeah.
That they have the, what's it called? I can't remember what the sled thing is called where they carry.
Yeah, the like.
Palanquin. Yeah. The Emperor Palpatine that's carried by all of the shirtless men.
Yeah.
And like Eleazarus comes out of it all coiffed and like some king. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big...
Just being a fuckboy.
It's a whole thing. And even Akamian is a little bit like, I can't believe they're doing this.
Yeah.
What a crazy thing to do. And even Eleazarus kind of later like regrets it. He's like, no, it was actually kind of stupid.
I think we overdid it, boys.
Yeah. But so then Kamian and fucking Eleazarus have a little chat.
Yeah. Real quick, I can't find the mention of it, but Kamian points out that it's like their ostentatious like entry into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Is like also for it's like politically and socially kind of crazy too, because everybody hates magicians, sorcerers, but it says that like they can either risk tromping in, the Scarlet Spires can risk tromping in like assholes, and so a mandate schoolman, a commune, knows they're coming, or they can risk surprising him.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, damn, the boy is powerful.
Yeah.
If their whole squad is like afraid of kind of
Startling
him.
him. Yeah, triggering. Well, and Jeff says the exact same thing or similar. No, they did it for a real purpose. They're scared of the Gnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
forgot about that.
I'm still gonna clown him for it, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that is wild.
Ostentatious? Is that the word I was looking for?
Ostentatious.
Nice.
I don't necessarily know if it has a negative connotation typically, but very ostentatious.
Tenticular.
Dude, yeah, dead cat gets thrown.
A commune just like quickly IDs the bones hitting him. They're like,
wine
okay,
bowls, chicken bones, stones, and even the corpse of a cat, which a commune was forced to duck. He had the inconvenience to duck that cat. He could have just took it.
They also mentioned cats like the page before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a lot of animals mentioned
True.
in this chapter.
True.
They also have ermine and eagles.
Oh, shit.
We just share all those.
Yeah.
We have those animals too.
Yeah, we have those animals
Okay.
too. Sparrows that shit on your face.
Yeah.
No mere bird would shit on an emperor. So...
You said that they get to talking.
Yeah, what does the Scarlet Spires even fucking say? What does Eleazar even want?
He is trying to... They're doing the courtly dick measuring contest thing.
Yeah.
He really fucks up a commune saying that they know that he killed his spy, which was Geshruni from like chapter... Maybe... I think it might be chapter 1.
Right.
Yeah. And it killed him and they found his body in the river with his face ripped off.
Yeah.
Which it's like, I was wondering about that. Are the skin spies studying faces? Like, also a Faceless Men thing from Game of Thrones vibe, but...
Maybe. The Dunyain certainly are, right?
But yeah,
poking.
The neuropuncture.
Dude, that scene was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Or that concept was wild.
Neuropuncture. There's a drawing of it that someone did.
Ooh, that's cool.
That I'll show you later.
Okay.
But yeah, Akamian is shook because he didn't know for sure Geshruni died until now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that unbelievable to him, but it compounds upon his guilt and shame over Notsera.
Right.
Just that everybody he touches gets killed.
Well, the Grand Master says, clever man, clever little man, tell me, Drusus Akamian, how is it? So he's like just egging him on.
Mm-hmm.
He says, how is it that after all these years you still find yourself in the field? Did you offend someone, not Sarah perhaps? Or did you bugger Proyas as a boy? Is that why House Nurse sent you packing those years ago? And I just did smiley face. Oh, and then Akamian says, Akamian was speechless. They had researched him, armed themselves with as many painful facts and innuendos as they could find. And here he thought he was watching them.
Yeah, he's not a good spy.
Yeah.
But he does seem pretty offended about him suggesting that he banged Proyas, or molested him, So maybe there's more points against my theory of pederasty.
How is he offended?
I don't know.
What does he say?
He was speechless. But he's speechless that they researched him, or that they came up with they found painful facts and innuendos, as many as they could find.
So it's either a painful fact or an innuendo.
Yeah, so I mean, that's like most things. It could either be true or false.
That's true.
Or, I don't know, swirl.
Yeah.
Kind of a mixture.
He definitely doesn't say he didn't do it.
No. So, there's uncertainty there, but especially the voice of the narrator I felt like, okay, I'm still trying to figure that out in my head.
The narration, I don't know, yeah.
Which, Jeff mentions too.
Yeah.
Almost a racist Indian accent, add a lot to the characters, different culture. Yeah, there are some pretty thick accents of racial dubiousness in the narration.
Like if I were to talk like Eleazarus it sounds in the book, it would be very cringe. That would be canceled.
I do like that it's like really multicultural or multi-ethnic.
I think they do a great job.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Maybe maybe I'm being a fucking douchey Deadpool's advocate, but I don't know. Maybe in some way the accents kind of reinforce that it's not a all white land.
Yeah,
but it is like it does seem like somebody's like brutal impression of like a convenience store guy.
yeah.
I don't know. Also, I think that Zarias's accent might have changed, but that's neither here nor there. Zynemus has like the full like Shrek Scottish voice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's totally him.
Get out of my swamp. Yeah. So he gets pissed. A commun's pissed.
Right.
And where are we going with that?
Well, and Hermbro says speechless because they found out, and then he says, I mean, let's hope not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proy's buggering. And then Kelp says, love the voices. The voices are awesome, yeah.
I'm definitely no actor, so I'm not trying to knock it all, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird sometimes.
So, yeah, he says, fucking, what's his face?
Fucking Ainona.
Fucking Ononai.
What do you want?
Yeah, Common just says, what do you want? And he says, to make your acquaintance, as I said, I need to meet the man who has utterly overturned my impression of the mandate. It's kind of, it really is just a Janan fucking tomfoolery session, really.
Tomfoolery, Jananery.
Yeah, well, and then Akami at one point thinks, is this a bold prelude to abduction? It had happened before. She's like, are they going to try to torture me and get the gnosis?
Oh, right.
But
they did not
They don't.
break when the mandate was kidnapped and tortured.
Mm-hmm. And they don't, Akami doesn't either.
Yeah. Akami, sorry.
No, you're good, go ahead.
Akamian figures out why the Kisharim are involved. He says, pardon me, Scarlet Spires says, so your secret is out. You war against the Kisharim.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I guess.
And then
so
he learns that, and then the Grandmaster says, yeah, but we learned yours. You take faces off people, and you are a spy.
Trying to collect a bunch of faces.
Yeah. But Akamian says, someone plays you for a fool. And he thinks, someone plays both of us. But who?
Oh, Madness points out, I've always thought that it's more simple, the stealing faces thing. A skin spy can't impersonate the target if the target is later identified dead. So take the face.
Take the face.
Dude, yeah, thank you. It makes more sense than I was making it.
It does make sense.
Except for Ed Gein vibes are kind of fun sometimes. Oh yeah, and then the one Syl I think has the Incoroi Syl I think has a cloak of faces.
Yeah, so cool.
Hard.
Very hard.
That should be
nobody reads this book.
What?
Nobody reads this book because of that shit.
That should be my Halloween costume for next year.
Yeah. Let's see.
Jeff, you want to read it?
No, go ahead.
Jeff says, Janan is awesome. 20-minute conversation about the weather with your boss, then one about your employment.
Yep.
It's like, so you're going to give me a raise?
Alright. And then they just kind of leave.
Yeah, they
Pretty
go their
much.
separate ways. You mentioned earlier, but the Scarlet Spires are camping outside of the city.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah, they have like a little compound.
Yeah, which is why we have the RV cab picture.
Oh yeah, I was searching through my photos and there was an RV cab, so I put it in there. And just imagine, like, you know, whenever somebody says, would you rather be a king in the Middle Ages or a, like, middle class person in the 21st century? I just like to think that the Scarlet Spire's, like, really nice villa is just like a fucking square hut with like mud pitchers and shit. But it does say that it's nice and well defended because of the Scalvendi.
They got price gouged though, I think, because
They
they're
got gouged.
dirty
Convenience
heathens.
fee.
Yeah, the Airbnb really fucked them on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up, Druid? Got stuck at work, just managed to log in. Well, welcome.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. I was curious. I was wondering where you were at. Getting stuck at work is trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious, what do you do for work? How do you get stuck?
We are quicksand probably. We are
I deliver sand.
really fast.
Yeah.
Get it? Because it like
Yeah.
works on 2 levels.
Quicksand.
Like shark coochie.
Coochie.
We get I think to end the chapter we get this cool horrific flashback of Eleazarus. Oh, well, Eleazarus talking to Iacus a little bit, and then they're like I don't know, kind of combined recollection of the terror of the assassination of Sashioka and invasion of the temple. Or do they have a temple? Their school?
Yeah, their school.
One of the spires?
Yeah, the spires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, they had a really big impact on Eleazar. It really fucked him up.
Yeah, I mean, his whole vengeance thing is... I think it's because he was basically in love with Sashioka, the former Grandmaster.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
But it's also, like... I mean, it's obviously his school, which is his entire identity and survival, but I think he was in love with the dude, too.
Yeah. It's also super scary to see somebody just all of a sudden get blasted.
Yeah.
Crawl through the blood of your best homie.
They had wards everywhere. I'm not quoting anything, but it was like in every heist movie where somebody dances through a field of lasers. But
yeah, they just like phase shift into the room and blast them.
Because they have the water, right? They aren't working with the same type of reality manipulation.
Yeah. So
they're undetectable.
Very chill.
And I guess can't be affected by that shit for whatever reason.
Yeah. And World of Warcraft, you can play like a shaman as a class, and they're a healing class. Part of them is, and they use water magic. It's cool.
Nice.
But it's for healing, not destroying.
Mm.
Yeah, and we also learned a little bit about Chanva, which extends one's life, but makes you fucking really freaky looking.
Right. So this made me think again of Dune, and maybe Lord of the Rings with the pipeweed a little bit, but not really. Just drugs in sci-fi fantasy context.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Bakker's has... like, you gotta pay. Not buy the drugs, but, like, you gotta, like, the benefit will cause you suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Dune, you get addicted to the spice, so you're relatively constrained. If you aren't rich, you can't leave Arrakis. But, it just makes you feel good and live longer. This is, like, makes you live longer, but you literally become see-through.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
I like that Ayaka is just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna wear makeup. I'm just gonna let people see into my organs.
Yeah.
Even when he closes his eyes, you can see them.
That's so creepy.
That's so wild.
He's a body-positive role model.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. And then Druid says, I make 3D environments for virtual events. That's what's up. That's super cool. Oh, dang. That's what... And Hermbros says, before you leave, I probably missed it, but you got a kid, baby Sorrel, born August 11th. Not quite. On Thursday morning, baby Sorrel will be induced into this terror realm. Oh man, one of the most stressful things about, it's stressful for me to think about that baby being like so comfortable and then being like bored and being so sad.
Ripped
like,
from the void.
It makes me so sad.
Forced to be employed.
Yeah. But yeah, Druid says Chanva Spice, for sure. You can add a realistic wall of Daggly Ash to the metaverse. Yeah. The console is the most woke of all of Yarwa. I agree.
They're a race of lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Just always like to remember that.
Oh yeah, Druid says he's making a large-scale Golgotha environment. Dude, that is fucking sick.
Epic.
I'll buy VR just to do that.
Just to get tortured.
The experiential, like, hook me up to some like electrodes that give you like pain shocks and like fill your brain with terror.
Dude, it's an Incoroi with Mark Zuckerberg's face in the jaws.
Yeah.
Just torturing you.
Mark Zuckerberg is a Koroi for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes meats.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He's a meat boy. Meat lord. But yeah, so he remembers the sad day of the assassination and he talks about it, and especially how weird it was that the Kisharm just fucked on all their wards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else happens?
He kind of ruminates on his motivation. The Kisharm had started their long and secret war. Eliazaris would end it. Vengeance.
Yeah, lots of vengeance.
This was the gift the Shrya of the Thousand Temples had offered to the Scarlet Spires. The gift of their ancient enemy, a holy war. I was thinking that it's almost like the Scarlet Spires and the Kisharim have their own holy war going. It's a scholastic war, scholastic rivalry where, they're just as zealous or for themselves and against each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they're aligned with the Phanem and the Inrithi, but at least the Scarlet Spires don't seem to really care about the Tusk all that much. They just, like it said, they were offered the gift of vengeance. Like Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. The mandate has long last put aside all the tribe about the council. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Oh, you're good.
Eliazaris and Iacchus are just kind of chatting.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of chopping it up.
Talking about the mandate, talking about how scared they are. And then the chapter's over.
Yeah.
Anything of note towards the end? Iacchus says, if the mandate is part of the game, everything changes. Do you realize that? We can no longer count ourselves as the first school of the three C's. And then Eliazaris says, first we crush the Kisharim. In the meantime, make certain that Drusus Akamian is watched. But the mandate isn't really, super involved, right? They're not drawn in at all. It's just Akamian being a interloper.
Yeah.
So they're wrong.
Sure. But they're also afraid of one, their entire squad is afraid of one guy.
Yeah.
So
the level-headed mandate schoolman who wouldn't let Eliazaris blast the mob.
Yeah.
I love that Akamian kind of dogs them and says, don't do it, think of your war against the Kisharim. Which I like to think is him just jabbing at him a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe the only thing I think to mention is that they want to keep watching Akamian, and that, might foreshadow them trapping him and torturing him in the next book.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But then they get wrecked.
Yeah. Druid says he'll post some pictures of the Golgotharath VR torture experience in the Discord.
Can't wait to buy tickets.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. And Druid says they're warring against each other, even though it was the consult that killed Sashioka. Moengus mentions it in the Thousandfold Thought that he tried to warn the Kisharim, but they thought him a fool in a similar manner to Akamian trying to convince the Imperials about the skin spy. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
I'm a little
Did we
confused.
have this debate before? It was a consult that did the attack? Because I thought it says he saw that they were Kisharim.
I know not.
Dude, it's also we've been going for too long for me to make sense of
my brain
a rational argument.
Yeah, I can't. The lecture's over.
Yeah. People were killed for sure, and we have discussed once before about it being the consult or the Kisharim, and I can't remember. So I can look into that.
I wonder what chat has to say about that.
He
just says he just reread. He would know.
And Moengus says it. Well, right from the horse's butt.
The horse's gonads.
No, I believe you. I can't keep things straight in my head either, so. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Here's my baby.
Oh, dude. Yeah, show it to the camera.
I know. Well, I'm sending it to myself so I can show them the picture of my baby's orb. The orb of fucking just chilling in a womb.
Consciousness and Brian are the parent of all horrors.
That's right. Oh, speaking of baby stuff, so next week I am gonna not be able to do the podcast because I'll have a literal, like, fresh newborn baby. But from then, we'll just roll on. But another thing is that my master's program starts next week, and I have class on Tuesday nights. So, is there another... What nights are y'all free?
Yeah.
What nights work for y'all? We're trying to figure out if we can reschedule the weekly podcast in a convenient time for all, you know?
Yeah, we talked about bumping it to Wednesdays. But, I mean, I assume we're both on the same page that we want to make it work for the most amount of people.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, do it on a day where literally no one can watch the stream, you know? But y'all can think about it and post in the Discord. I'll make a post in the Discord and maybe on Reddit. Hermbro says Wednesday works. Okay, he's the fucking Patreon subscriber.
Got the most clout. The hideous bash rag with the clout.
Yeah, you have to donate $5 million to be a Shrank though. Wednesday works for Druid. Okay, good.
Your baby's face is just like mushed up.
Yeah. I work randomly, but I will be around on phone. Hell yeah. We already know, Jeff, dude. You and your phone.
Old Jeff.
Old Jeff with his phone. Always with the phone. 12 years old, working at whatever, I don't know.
The salt mines.
Yeah, I think a restaurant.
The scourge pits.
Kelp Run says anytime. So, okay, we're chilling. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
So,
we will make it known.
yeah, I'll post in the Discord, on Reddit.
We'll yell really loud.
We'll scream. Yeah, hell yeah. And I'll post a picture of my fucking baby Sorrel.
Moengus, Sorrel. No, not Moengus.
No.
Protathis, Sorrel.
Vimara.
Neu.
Sabmon.
These nuts.
Car.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Any further ados? Much love to the chat.
Love you guys.
Thanks for showing up every week. It's so awesome. Thanks for not banning me on Reddit for spam posting about the pod. But yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Oh, I love you.